Our experience is that you are at a huge advantage if you have figured out what will ultimately matter in a case and the other side hasn't. Now, how do you figure out early in the case what's ultimately going to be decisive? Mostly it requires doing the hard thinking and analysis early, getting around the evidence and the documents, interviewing people at the client, interviewing third parties, getting expert consultants, and getting their advice. Sometimes this will involve doing an early mock jury exercise or focus group. In any case, the goal should be to try to figure out what is the jury most likely to believe and build your case around that. We had an employment case. It was an employment termination case where we were trying to decide whether to make the plaintiff an unconditional offer of reinstatement. So in that case, before we even answered the complaint, we had a focus group exercise where we had people come into the office and presented them with the facts and gave them hypotheticals, including an unconditional offer of reinstatement, and heard what they had to say. And that then informed our strategy going forward. A corollary of the principle that the side that figures out first what ultimately is going to matter and to take the initiative is that the money spent at the beginning of the case is the most important investment the client will probably make. Now, that is not necessarily what every client wants to hear. Often clients bring cases with the hope or expectation, we'll bring the lawsuit, that will have an effect, and maybe we'll be able to bring about a settlement. And the client tells the lawyer, file the lawsuit, and I really don't want to spend a lot of money till I have to. What we're suggesting is the optimal strategy usually is to get on top of the facts, figure out what is ultimately going to matter, and to make that investment to learn that from the beginning of the case. Now, the type of early preemptive action I've talked about, taking depositions without documents, acting very quickly, is not going to be right for every case. But doing the hard thinking at the beginning of the case and trying to figure out what ultimately is going to matter, our experience is, always pays off.